Welcome back to Smokey Mountain Logging, episode 2, with me, MrSealyp. Cutting down trees for a little while is going to be the next order of business. I need to fill up that trailer. So there'll be a few little, not montages, but I'm going to skip between a few different jobs here and there. The first being this. Chopping trees, stripping trees, and then cutting them probably 2/3, 1/3 with the big ones, I think. That's probably the best bet. You supposed to shout timber anymore? I guess so. Timber! Give it a go. These ones are always a bit of a proposition. The ones that are in the deadfalls are kind of buried into the ground part way, so you've got to go a certain distance up them, find where to cut. Once you've done that, then it'll allow you to strip them. It won't let you strip the tree until you've made a cut in it, until you've chopped it. Very peculiar. And the branches are a little bit wobbly at the moment, kind of wavy. Once you've cut it, they seem to be fine. So yeah, so now it should strip fine. Yeah, there we go. If you don't climb the tree, of course. Right, I'm going to crack on. Based upon some of the feedback I've had already from episode 1, this Sampo Rosen U, the small one, I'm probably going to get rid of. It's not the greatest bit of kit out there. I'm trying to work up to getting the Scorpion King, but I might have to lease it first, I think, or take it a massive loan and buy one. I think leasing maybe until I can build up a head of money. Up until then, I'll just use it for a little bit just to cut the smaller trees down, but realistically it's pointless having two machines. I might as well just get the bigger one and just be done with it. It's far more flexible, easier to use. This is, yeah, it was a great idea when it was kind of announced on FS17, all those teaser trailers. Brand new bit of equipment, but it's not actually that great, if I'm honest. As ever, on all the maps I've played on, the telehandlers are worth their weight in gold. The versatility you've got with all the different attachments and equipment you can put on the extendable boom and all that kind of stuff. This, you know, the Manitou one I love. I've made no bones about that. It's a brilliant bit of kit. All of the telehandlers are, and this is actually working out really well. And this fork actually is working out better than I thought it would. Sometimes you get the log forks and it finds it difficult picking up under logs, that kind of thing, but this seems to be fine. It's working great. Let's load that trailer. I am, of course, slightly curious to see how many logs I can fit in this grab. The only downside to when I used to use the manure fork for doing it, which actually worked very well because it was quite wide, it wasn't designed for logs, it wasn't scripted for logs, so the problem was if you got more than two in there, whilst it would hold them, they would start shuffling and moving around, and then one would fling out, and it just never worked properly. Whereas this has been designed specifically to do this, and it works really well. Wind my way between the stumps and logs and everything else that's lying around. I think a tiny bit of tidying up is in order. Seems to have gone a little bit off tangent. That should be okay, I think. Right, full load. Let's get these straps on. Selling this load is gonna be a tricky proposition. There's the slow, realistic way, and then there's the quicker, not even close to realistic way. Guess which one I'm going to choose. It is time to lease that wheel loader. Again, lease, I'm not going to buy because I haven't got enough money to yet, but I am going to, all this equipment that once I work out what's working and how it's going to work, I will be buying. But for the time being, it's lease. Let's go and grab it. The JCB435S is the kind of weapon of choice. There are other options available. There's the downloadable New Holland, and then there's the what's the other one? Mine's gone blank. Is it Leap Air? Anyway, this one's got more horsepower. It's chunkier, a bit more grunt, a bit more bang for your buck. So I generally go for this one every time. I know that's not particularly interesting to watch, but it's the most useful one out of them. It seems pointless buying one that doesn't work very well, or using one that doesn't work very well for the sake of a video, and then struggling the whole time. This is not going to be pretty, believe me. the further into doing this I go, the more disappointed with myself I am. And I'm not exaggerating. This always used to work perfectly on Sosnovka. Tip it over, they'd go into the sell point, it would kind of rebound back. This is just a mess. After the hideous unloading of the main trailer, which I'm going to use for the bigger logs, the smaller ones that I've been cutting down with the Sampo Rosenliu, they're cut into 6 metre lengths. I wanted to try something unusual, I suppose. So I can get another scoop up. Might prove difficult. Yeah, something a bit odd. I've leased, and it's going to be a bit of leasing until I can get, like I say, until I can get the money up a bit. I've leased from the Massey Ferguson old generation pack the bale trailer with no ends on it, because this tips. Now I don't know how, whether these logs are just going to all go pouring off. I've got one load on, but we'll see. Again, unconventional, it's not what this is designed for, but I was curious. Whether one, it would work, and whether these would stay on. So I'm not convinced they will. Like that, for example. Just put a couple of straps on just for the time being. No. It's yeah. It's odd. Don't know if it's going to work or not. I thought it might, and if it does, this might be quite handy for the smaller stuff. You know, if you just chuck smaller logs on, or put ones on like this. Yeah, I've already lost one over the side. I'm still not convinced, and this is a test, as they always are. I'll get that one out of my... Maybe. Wow. Oh. Come on. Work with me, work with me. So you need this trailer with, rather than the ends that go that way, sides that go that way. Because that's what we need, a logging trailer that tips. This might have to do for the time being. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can link more than one together. Ah. Now that's pretty much all the small trees cut from the immediate area around me. There's some up on the hillside which I can get to. Next job's going to be clearing all these bigger ones in this open area, and then getting a stump grinder in and grind some of these stumps out, because as I'm moving around I'm catching them every now and again. So that'll be the next step, we'll get some stumps ground. I can get these to go directly on top. Right slap bang in the middle. Come on, sit nicely for me. Ah. So there's one that seems to get stuck for some reason. Oh, there we go. Right, so that one I'll have to redo. Oh, not two, come on. Right, give me a second. And there we go, on. Let's redo those straps. 1, 2. Oh, there's loads actually. Let's put them all on. Okay, right. Now, that took a while, it takes a while, because this trailer's not designed for that. It has worked to a degree. I don't know whether or not maybe parking something up next to it, a solid object. Just thinking, something solid here, then you can kind of pile up against it, stick on the belts. Again, some fiddling required. I will at some point find a process that works. But this should. Right then. Let's unfasten the belts and tip this up. Okay, that worked. It's not ideal, and I really could do with a more purpose-built trailer for this. Forgot those beacons. But it will work for the smaller stuff, so we're getting somewhere. A couple of bits of equipment that I hadn't considered. Now I think what we need to do is buy a stump grinder. Further on down the line I will probably get a purpose made? No, not even purpose built. Probably use one particular vehicle, whether it's a skid steer or whatever, with that equipment on it. So a quick look in the store. Yeah, if we go to skid steers, obviously you've got the Forestry, you know, the 325T Forestry skid steer, and we've got the JCB stump grinder. Got all these weird and wonderful bits of equipment, and the CSZ pack also works in conjunction with skid steers. So we've got a whole range of different stuff. Tree cutters, log forks, we've got an array of equipment we can be using. But for the time being, forestry equipment, $5,000 for the stump grinder that goes onto a 3-point linkage. That's what I'm going for. The FSI PowerTech ST65T. There you go, there's a mouthful. Buy, we're going to need that. Come round up in the store. Morgan's massive motors. Right, let's get this back over and get some stumps ground. Right, that's odd. What's that? It's like part of a fence. How peculiar. Don't know if it'll grind that. That's odd. That's what I said the other day. Oh, wrong button. There's always that risk of an update for the various odds and ends we find lurking around. This can go on the front or the back. One down, several to go. So what I will do now is work my way across this open area. Oh, I've just remembered. Change driving direction. I forgot all about that. Brilliant. So now, front or back, it doesn't matter. I can drive it as if it is on the front. Okay, next stump. Right, I'm going to work my way from the outside then in. Right, I will now continue, and I'll see in a bit when all the stumps are ground. I'm pretty sure this is the last stump. I might come across the odd rogue one here and there, but for the time being, come on, I think. Yeah, that's one way of turning off. That's the correct button. Now there are support legs, and realistically what you're supposed to do is drop the support legs down and then deal with your stump grinding, then lift them and off you go again. I've never really done that. I should have done, really. Amazing how you can just make yourself vanish. Right, I'm going to put the stump grinder to one side. My next job again then is filling this trailer, or possibly filling this trailer. The last episode I did was very long, that was nearly 40 minutes. This one I think is going to be a little bit shorter. Actually what I will do is I'll finish this episode on getting a couple of bits of equipment, which again they're not designed for this, and it's going to seem a bit peculiar. But bear with me. I can disconnect that. There we go. Yeah, they're not going to seem right. But, yeah, like I say, bear with me. I might need to lease a semi as well, I'm thinking. I'm okay for the time being, pulling them around like this, but this logging trailer is okay. The downside to the logging trailers which are available, as I have mentioned, none of them tip. I could spend ages with the wheel loader unloading manually, but if I'm trying to make money quick enough to buy equipment and progress, I need one that tips. Or something equivalent. I know all the PC gamers out there will be going, get a PC, play on PC. I get it. Right, sell that back. And then I'm getting rid of the Sampo Rosennew. I'm going to do it, bite the bullet, get rid of it. I've been mulling this over while I've been recording. This is an interesting and quirky piece of kit. And if the entire map was just tiny trees, it would work, but it's not. Even then, it's not a great bit of equipment. I suppose it's better than doing it by hand with a chainsaw. Okay. 166,000? Wow! Absolutely, I'm going to sell that. Bank balance is looking a little bit healthier. Fantastic. Oh, I might be able to buy some stuff then rather than lease. Okay. Now, I do want to get a semi. 124,000. I do need one, so you know what? I'm going to get it. Back attacher, yes. Main colour, MrSealyp green. Or lime green to you or me. Wheel setup, white tyres, absolutely. Rim colour, black. 126,000. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Next thing then, and this is going to seem peculiar, is, where have I gone? There we go. Low loaders, the Fliegl low loader. Again, let's have that in green. 18,000, that's not too bad either. Great. Now the next bit I'm going to lease, because I don't know how well this is going to work. It should work, but I don't know for definite. So, JCB 325T, the Forestry 1. I'm going to lease that. And as become customary, I will probably get the log grabber extra, because I think that will do. I'm trying to think. Would that be alright? Yeah. I'll lease that, I won't buy that either. Keeps putting me back in that wall. Okay, I've still got more money than I started off this little endeavour with. So there we go. I'm not going to lose this in the trees, am I? Let's be honest. Right. These combined, I'm going to use in the next episode. Just as a bit of a teaser. Leave you guessing. You might have a few ideas of what I might do with it. Actually, now I've got the semi, I'm not going to need the dolly. So that can be returned. Not that I'm going to get very much for that. If anyone from Black Sheep Modding is watching, I would be hugely honoured if anyone from Black Sheep Modding had watched one of my videos. I really do need that log trailer. Okay, sell that. Fantastic. That's gone. So the money's up a little bit higher again. Still got the wheel loader. Got all these. These are going to be used in the next episode. What I need to start doing now is cutting down a load more trees. What I want to do is a little bit of wood chipping. I was hoping wood chipping to bring the money up. So again, I might lease a wood chipper. I might lease the Scorpion King. Get some of these trees down a bit quicker. Get some wood chipping done. Try and make a bit more money so I can get the ball rolling. This is going to become. I mentioned this to Fragdad a new sport, extreme speed logging. Obviously it's not going to be as speedy as it could be, but speedy enough anyway. Right, let's see how we get on. I will see you in the next episode. That is the end of this one. See, that even might need to go as well. I'm not really going to use that now. That may be gone before the next episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, it has been a bit all over the place, and it will be, like I said, until I find my what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. My stride. Find my stride. I'll stand up on this mound and survey what's going on. Yes, if you have enjoyed the episode, I wouldn't say it's necessarily been useful, but I have used a few bits of equipment. Give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.